Tonight for the Southern Illinois Salukis. They win it 86-64 as the head coach Scott Nagy joins us here post-game with coach's comments are always brought to you by our friends at Sam C. Mitchell and Associates. Coach, thanks for the time as always. Join us here post-game. Final score, Dogs win it tonight 86-64. You told me before the game back at shoot-around, Luke, one of the biggest things that I just want to see tonight is just see how our guys attack it from a game preparation standpoint, from their effort, all those things, the TNT, the things that take no talent. How did you assess it now after tonight? I know it's fresh right after the game.
Yeah, well, the first half was not good. We were flat. I've just coached enough games to know sometimes it doesn't matter what you say. The human nature takes over. And, even it being the first game and really a decent crowd, all those things, our kids were just very undisciplined, jumping at pump fakes, couldn't guard the drive. We were all pretty frustrated at halftime. And, I thought the second half was much better. Thankfully, Mood did show up, but, a lot of our guys just didn't. And, it just is still just trying to build a championship culture just takes time and what's expected and what's unacceptable. And so we're still dealing with a lot of that, and it's going to take a while.
Coach, I was kind of surprised when I heard you say in pregame you want to bully people, be physical with people, and I know you were disappointed with the Charleston game that way. I was surprised to see where your ball pressure started, especially on dead balls and after free throws. Was it where you wanted? Because it was below the half line. Was that what you want?
Yeah, I'm not as worried as much about picking the ball up. We need to take care of everything inside the 3-point line. In my opinion, I'm less worried about that. We've got to have a little better ball pressure when they're near the 3-point line. But when I talk about bullying people, I'm talking about in the paint, and that's where we just don't have it yet. But like with first play of the game, that's how we want to score. We want the ball. We want it inside. That's where we want to win games. We're not rebounding the ball well at all, which is a really frustrating thing for me. I mean, to be down 4, I think, at half to these guys rebound the ball. They had 8 offensive rebounds. We had 2. Now, we shot a pretty good percentage. They didn't. There's more offensive rebounds for them to get, but I don't care. We're just, right now the drills that we're doing in practice are just not carrying over. Yeah. And the trying so hard to get our guys when they drive to play off 2 feet and pivot has just been a real hard thing. And so we end up taking a lot of bad shots or turn the ball over. And so, tomorrow I think we're going to come in and just for an hour just drive and pivot, drive and pivot, drive and pivot. Because we try to show them on film just when you get the ball in the paint how many people are open. If you would just not jump off 1 foot or commit to even jumping off 2 and then just finding people, just spray the ball. They're open. Or you can pivot and dump it right in the post because he's ducked in on his guy. Those are the things we're trying to get to. We're not there yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. But they're just, and then just a championship mentality. It just takes a long time. You bring kids in from all over the country, all different kinds of programs, how they've been coached, what's been expected, and it just losing. The expectation is that we win, and losing is unacceptable. And my thought process was we got over that loss the other day too quickly for me. I just can't get over it that fast. And I know coaches, take it a little harder. I mean, I've been in it long enough. But the mentality, the AAU mentality, well, next game, I just can't do that. I can't do that, and I can't be around people that do it.
You mentioned Kennard Davis, of course, a phenomenal night for him, really on a triple-double watch there late in the second half for all the things that he was doing for your group. How big was he in getting the thing really turned around the direction you wanted to there in the final 12 minutes
Well,
of the game?
Good. I mean, he was making all the plays for us. Even when the game got tight, he hit that fadeaway, got it in the paint and pivoted and hit the fadeaway, put it back to 6. But he just, he plays both ends. Moo does. He plays both ends, and we need everybody else to get to his level, and if we will, we'll be okay.
When you look at elsewhere, tonight, Coach, what were some other things that you thought went right in those final 12 minutes?
Well, it didn't feel like we were real good defensively, but you look at the points per possession, and what'd they end up shooting for the game? They were 31 in the first half.
They shot 31 in the first half, and they shot 32 for the game.
Okay, so I think there were 70. They scored 64 points on, I think, 74 possessions or something like that. So we held them under 1 point per. We scored over 1 point per. That's what we're trying to do. And, we go in there, and you got a bunch of long faces. You win by 22. But, part of that is probably me and my high level of expectation. But some of it is the players understand that they weren't ready like they should have been ready. And there's that feeling of, we didn't play to the level we wanted to play. And so you win by 22 and you can't even enjoy it because some of them knew that they weren't ready like they should have been ready. And so we're going to coach you. Like, we're going to let you know. And sometimes we don't, I don't do it in the manner I wish that I would do it better. My emotions get the best of me sometimes, and I have to ask for forgiveness for some of the crazy things I say. But if you're going to be in this program, you are going to get coached. And if you're not ready, we're bringing somebody else, and we're not trying to embarrass anybody. That's not what we're trying to do, but we're trying to send a message that you better be ready or we're bringing somebody else right away.
Coach, appreciate the time. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations,
Thanks.
Scott, on your first win.
Thank you.
Once again, that was head coach Scott Nagy joining us here post-game.